And something might flash up on your screen to say, do you agree? Perfect. So we are going to energetically release 2025 to open it for 2026. And it's a great time to do it now, even if we're not feeling energized in the new year. Everybody's slightly different and we are cyclical beings. Um, so don't brilliant, Faye. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Um, so I want you to be aware that if you don't feel like now is the time to restart, that's okay. You can come back to this video at any time, because once I've sent you the replay, anytime you feel like you need a fresh start, you can go back to this. It might even be a really good idea for you to do it at the end of each month. What we don't always do is review our lives. We just sometimes we just spend the whole kind of day and month all on autopilot. But because we are wanting to grow and evolve, and you all do, as you wouldn't be on this call, it's a really good idea to have some reviews, either monthly. Sometimes people like to do it weekly, whatever. And you can come back to this to release every single time. And I think that's really important to mention. It's like a tool rather than just oh, we'll do it in January, ready for the whole new year, or at the end of December. You can do it whenever, just use it as a tool. So hopefully you've all got your pen and paper in front of you. And I'm going to ask you to write down 3 headings. Entirely how you do it, you can do it per page. I'm only going to ask you to write down five for each heading. But if you were to do this in your own time, just obviously pause the video and write as many as you like, because you will find that you'll have way more than 5 once you get going. But for the time purposes in this session, we're only going to look at 5. So your 3 headings are regrets, rejections, and resentments. Okay. And like I said, this can be from the whole of 2025, or it can be from last month, whichever. So you've got regrets, rejections, and resentments. And underneath each of those headings, I want you to write 5. Okay. So 5 regrets, 5 rejections, and 5 resentments. And it might be that actually when you come to write them, I think the trickiest one for me on that one is rejections, because we're really good at not putting ourselves in positions where we might be rejected. So I really want you to think about these. Think about them on a small scale. It doesn't matter how tiny they are, how massive they are. Any feeling that made you feel regret, resentment, or rejection is worth writing down. Remember, we're doing this because energy works with a vacuum. So we're clearing. That's why we're writing this down. This is what we're clearing in order to create space to invite something new in. Okay. So that's why we're doing it. So even if it's the smallest rejection, I want you to think about it. So that could be, I'll give you a perfect example. There's a house and I wouldn't want it at all anywhere else, but because of exactly where it is, it means that I would have parking and no one else would have parking to it. And it was up for sale this year. I wasn't in a position to buy at all. So I wrote a letter and posted the letter and said, could I meet so that we could talk about the possibility of renting this house instead? And I got a phone call the next day, and the lady was like, oh my goodness, that's a great idea, blah, 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 blah. And then we met. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. That's a great point, Mandy. Absolutely. A rejection can overlap with resentment, definitely, because you then resent the fact that you were rejected totally. So we met, the energy was through the roof, and she was like, it's perfect, you're meant to be in this house, it's linked to your, your grandparents, blah, 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 blah. I would love for you to live here. And then she went to go and see a solicitor who was dealing with the probate, and to cut a long story short, he filled her mind with doubt. She pulled out. And so after thinking it was a hell yeah, it then became an instant no. But it was really interesting because the guidance was it'll be a no, then it'll be a yes. And then last week I get a phone call from the brother instead, who's like, would you still be interested in renting the house because it hasn't sold? I'm like, well, now you want me, right? So, But it's so important because I felt rejected there. But by clearing that rejection, I am then creating space for them to call me back and say, actually, we do want you in this house and we do think that you belong there. And that's how energy works. And that's why it's important. But yeah, great points made there. It absolutely can lead to resentment. So any of those. Hopefully you've got around maybe two of the headings done by now. So just one more to go with five underneath. For those of you who've come off the screens, if you can just put in the chat, sorry, when you're done, so I know that you are done, and then I can move on. So five of each. If you're really struggling, we can cope with three. It'll be okay. Perfect. Mandy's done and Debbie's done. Perfect, phase done. Awesome. Marvelous. Thank you so much. Okay, looking at that list, I want you to go through each one before we go internally to see where it's sat on your inner landscape. I want you to just have a little look now at your list, and we're gonna like score it out of five. So five is it's really like screaming. One is it's there, but it's not horrific. And I want you to kind of score them out of five for each and every single one that you've written down under the three headings. So five is like screaming. One is it's there, but it's not so heavy. I just know it's there. And that might surprise you, you know, when you review it and look at it like that. Maybe something that you didn't think was niggling you quite as much as it is niggling you. Um, but again, it's all about reflection, because by reflecting, we can then change our perspective. By changing our perspective, we change our meaning and our belief on the experiences that we've had, um, without taking any of the validation of it away. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to ask you to go inward. I will speak you through it, I'll talk you through it, and I'm going to ask you where some of these are sat. It might be that just for the sake of this session, that you decide you're just going to work on your fives, if you've got any fives, and then you can come back and rewatch it and then work on the ones that are lower. But I just want you to have your lists at the ready, should be in the forefront of your mind. And then I'm going to guide you through finding out where they are sat within the body and what they feel like, and possibly even what they look like. And it might be helpful for you to make those notes as well afterwards, so that you can see, upon reflection, when you review it, where they were sat and what they felt like. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you to plant your feet on the ground. And then I'm just going to invite you to place one hand on your chest, one hand on your wound space, and just take three nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again. One last time. And now we're just going to invite you to focus on your third eye, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. If it helps, you can bring your eyes towards your nose and then lift them up. And just focus on that point, going inward, looking at your inner landscape, and then bringing your attention down through the body, and then breathing into your big, beautiful heart, bringing your attention down to your heart space. And now from here, I want you to think about the regret or the rejection or the resentment that feels the strongest. And I want you to find out where it lives in your body. Where do you feel that? Just taking your focus, allow yourself to be guided. Where do you feel that within your body? And then once you've located that, I want you to ask, what does it feel like? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel tingly? Does it feel crampy? Does it feel tight? Does it feel floppy? And then just ask if it has any colors, if it's a particular shape. So don't be scared to have, cliches running at this point. So mine was anger. I asked where it was. It's literally at the base, just here, just in between my collarbones. And when I asked what it looks like a volcano. And of course, it was a volcano exploding. So don't don't question or judge anything that comes up when you're looking at your inner landscape. It will often come up as pictures or metaphors. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Some of you might hear words. All of it is right. Okay. Okay. And now that you found where one is, I want you to ask for the next one, the other one that's supercharged. We're going to do this 3 times, so 2 more times. So, which regret or resentment or rejection are you going to focus on now? And ask where that is sitting. Where is that sitting? Lots of you got tight throats. Just a little guidance there. Okay, so where is it sitting? What does it feel like? Look for the pictures. The first thing that comes into your mind is always right. Okay, what does it feel like? Are there any shapes or pictures that describe it? Okay, and now for your third one. By all means, refer to your list, that's absolutely fine. And then once you've chosen, ask where it sits within your body. And what does it feel like? And what does it look like? And what is it trying to tell you? And then once you've got that information, take a nice deep breath in and out to bring yourself back round to the present moment. And then just write down any notes that came up for you. So anything that you were told, where it felt, where you felt it, what it felt like, what it looked like, if it showed you any pictures. So we've gone into those in quite a lot of detail. You've scored them. You've then spoken to each and every single one on your inner landscape. They probably feel quite heavy right now, or your energy just feels a little bit out. So we're going to go up to creator and we are going to release all of those now. Okay. So I do want you to have the same three that we just spoke to, if you like, ready to go up to creator to release those three. So remember how heavy they felt within the body, where they were, what they looked like, what they tried to tell you or what they did tell you. We're going to release that before we then tune into what feels good and how we can feel good for 2026. Okay, so for this one, make sure you're sitting comfortably. I will talk you through the visualization as always. I will explain everything and describe it as we move up. If you see nothing, that is fine. If you see something, that is fine. If you feel nothing, that is fine. If you feel everything, it's fine. Okay, there is no right or wrong. Just trust the process. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you to sit comfortably. And again, we're just going to begin by taking 3 nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Attention to your heart, your big, beautiful heart. And then from your heart space, I want you to take your attention all the way down through your body, down through your torso, down your legs, into your feet. And really focus on pulling that energy, the soles of your feet. And as you do so, your feet are going to grow roots. And those roots are going to go down through the ground, through all the different layers of the earth, all the way down, 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 down to the crystalline core. You might see your roots wrapping round, anchoring, grounding you before you breathe that earth energy all the way up through those tree roots, through all of the different layers of the earth, all the way up through the soles of your feet, over your toes and into your ankles. Keep breathing earth energy all the way up your legs, into your knees, into your hips, letting your legs relax. Keep breathing earth energy all the way up into your stomach, into your chest, up your spine, into your shoulders, down your arms, into your fingertips. Keep breathing earth energy all the way up your back, into your neck, into your head. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like if your scalp was completely relaxed. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like if your forehead was completely relaxed. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like if your jaw was completely relaxed. And now I want you to breathe earth energy all the way up, surrounding your body so that you are in a ball of light. That ball of light is going to begin to spin. And as it spins, it's going to raise up higher through the roof, higher through the skies, higher and higher through all the clouds. Just keep going higher and higher, faster and faster, safe and secure through the Earth's atmosphere, past the planets. Just keep going higher and higher, faster and faster through all the stars of the universe. Just keep going until you come to a layer of darker lights. Take your ball of light through this layer of darker lights to a layer of brighter lights, a layer of darker lights, a layer of brighter lights. And then take your ball of light through a bright golden layer of light. And as you pass through this golden layer, you may feel support. It may feel familiar. Take your ball of light through the golden layer into a rainbow jelly-like substance. As you pass through this rainbow jelly-like substance, you might see colors, patterns, shapes. Pass through this rainbow jelly-like substance until you see a pink mist. Take your ball of light through the pink mist until you see a door ahead of you. This door can be any size, any shape, any hinges, any handle. I want you to open that door and take your ball of light through into a bright, white, iridescent light. Breathe in that bright, white light. And as you breathe in this bright, white light, your ball of light will disperse and you'll become one with this bright, white light. And now we're in the seventh plane of existence, source energy, energy of the creator of all that is. And from this place, I will be going into your energy. So firstly, do I have your permission to go into your energy? And if I do, please say yes out loud, even though you're on mute. Thank you. Thank you. And now we're in this bright white light. We're just going to do an energetic clearing before we release our regrets or rejections or resentments. So firstly, can we just release any beliefs from any moment in time or space, lifetime or languages, of not ever feeling enough? So can we release the belief, I am enough? No. Can we release this now from every cell of the body, on any level, in all timelines and lifetimes, and languages, and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? Would you like this? And if you would, please say yes. Well done. And can we also release the belief, I know I'm not good enough, and because I am not allowed to follow my dreams? Can we release this? Can we release this now from every cell of the body, in any moment in time, space, reality, and on any level, and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? If you'd like this, please say yes. Okay. And now can we release the belief, I have permission to follow my dreams, where that's a no? Can we release that now on any level and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? If you like this, please say yes. And now can we release you from the belief that you have to ask permission to be who you desire to be who you want to be? Can we release that now from any timeline, any within every cell of the body, on any level, and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? If you'd like this, please say yes. Well done, well done. And can we just release you from the belief that you have to make your father proud? I have to do this because I have to make my father proud. Can we release this now from every cell of the body, any moment in time and space, lifetime and languages, and any contracts where you verbally said or thought out loud in this lifetime, previous lifetimes, where you promised that you would prove that to him? Can we just release that pressure now from every cell of the body on any level and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? Just say yes for me. Well done. And this is linked heavily to being coined with the phrase daddy's girl. Oh, you're such a daddy's girl, which is heavy, heavy programming of, oh my goodness, that must mean I have to please him, do everything that he says. I have to behave in a certain way. So can we just release all of that now from every cell of the body, any moment in time, space, reality? Send that up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved. If you'd like this, please say yes. And now can you download for me, I know who I am, I know my values, I know where my joy is. I know how to experience my joy without seeking permission from my parents. If you'd like this, please say yes now. And we need to do that again, but similar. There's a slightly different one here. So can we download? I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like, and I know how to live my day-to-day life being true to myself, regardless of who my parents are, whether they're alive or dead, whether they are whether I can hear them or not, in memories or not. You know who you are, you know how to live your life on your terms. If you'd like this, please say yes. Well done. And now, can the creator teach you the true definition, understanding, and perspective of what self identity is, and for you to be able to recognize who you are, regardless of any influence from any male who, in this lifetime, previous lifetimes, or even just who has been with you at some point. Um, if you'd like that, please say yes. Well done. Okay. That's better. We've definitely freed some energy up there. Well done. Just going to see some more. Can we also release the belief? It is too hard for me to remember. Can we release that now and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? If you'd like this, please say yes. And can you also download? I know what it feels like. I know it's possible for me. I know how to remember and feel safe. If you'd like this, please say yes. Okay, can we just also release any soul fragments? So I want you to think of somebody who you interacted with in 2025 who maybe took more of your energy than you would have liked, or just was in your energy and you knew that. Could even be as simple as somebody just being too far in your personal space. So can we just think of that person now? You will know the name, I don't need to. So can we just create of all that is, it is commanded that we remove the soul fragments of, and then you say their name inside your head, from anybody who's on this call, anyone who is watching the replay. We release those soul fragments of that person, send them up to the light to be cleansed and returned to that person, that sender. If you'd like this, please say yes now. Okay, good. And now, creative all that is, it is commanded that we call any soul fragments that belong to us. Those of us who are on the call live, those of us who are watching the replay, we are now calling the soul fragments back from that person, cleansing them with unconditional love in the bright white light, and then returning to ourselves. If you'd like this, please say yes now. Well done, that's much, much better. And we're just going to tidy up and clean our energy fields before we do the 3 R's. Creative all that is, it is commanded that we release any negative energies or entities from any energy field of the people who are on this call right now or watching the replay, so that they are cleansed, their energy fields are cleansed. And release any psychic hooks or attachments, send them up to the light, and replace them with unconditional love, healing, bright white light. Thank you. Thank you. And can we also release the belief, if I speak the truth, I will be punished? It's an old one, but it's also relative right now. So it's generational, but it's also relative right now. So can we just release that on any level, in any timeline, any language, any lifetime, and send it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved? If you'd like this, please say yes. And now, can the creator teach you what it feels like to be able to speak your truth and feel safe? And if you'd like this, please say yes. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, take a nice deep breath in for me. And out. And I just want you to take your awareness to that beautiful bright white light. I want you to just walk through that bright white light, breathe it in. Keep walking through that bright white until you see 3 baskets ahead of you. Each basket has a label on it. The first one says rejections, the second one says resentments, and the third one says regrets. And now from your list, I want you to see yourself writing that regret or that rejection or that resentment on a piece of paper and then putting it into the right basket. Once you put it into the white basket, it goes up in flames, beautiful violet white flames. So for each one, pop it in the right basket and then watch it go up in flames. And now can the Creator teach you the true definition, understanding, and perspective from the 7th plane of existence of what it is to release and let go of what does not serve you. If you'd like this, please say yes. Well done. And Creator of all that is, it is commanded that this beautiful bright white light comes in through the crown chakra, all the way down through the 3rd eye, into the jaw and the throat, cleansing, cleansing, cleaning, clearing, down into the chest, into the heart space, into the rib cage, into the belly button, into the pelvic floor, down the legs. Beautiful bright white light, unconditional love. And can we also just release the belief it is all my fault? Can we release that now from every cell of the body, any moment in time, space, reality, any lifetime? Just release it up to the light to be cancelled, pulled, deleted, released, resolved, and dissolved. If you like this, please say yes. And now, well done. And now, can the Creator teach you and show you what it feels like to live your, on every level, to live your everyday life without the belief it is all my fault? If you'd like this, please say yes. Ah, lovely. Wonderful. Okay. I want you to feel yourself surrounded by the bright white light as your ball of light reassembles around you. And it takes you down through the bright white light, through the door or the gate, down through the pink mist, down through the rainbow jelly-like substance, down through the golden layer of light, all the way down through the brighter lights, the darker lights, the brighter lights, the darker lights, all the way down through all the stars of the universe. Okay. Sorry, we've just got a few coming in now. Can we also just release any attachment to any particular belongings? These belongings can be as big as a house, but also as small as a Kirby grip, like any belonging. Can we just release any attachment that we have to any belonging that has now served its purpose? It's come to the end of its term. And if you'd like to, and we're releasing this with gratitude, you know, this isn't a releasing it, letting go and forgetting all about it. This is a thank you so much for the service that you have given me, for the love and the memories that you have given me. But I'm now ready for my next phase. So I want you to imagine what that is, whether it's a small object or a big object, whatever that is. See it in front of you. Literally see yourself saying thank you to it for everything. And knowing that we are always able to keep the memories, we're not getting rid of those, just the belonging of the object. And after we've given it thanks, when you're ready, send it up to the bright white light. It can make its way through the layers on its own, or you can guide it all the way back up. It's entirely up to you. And I always imagine blowing it away into the bright white light. Oh, it can be a person, just to clarify. Okay. Okay, well done, well done. And we're just going to imagine that we're standing under a shower of golden glitter and golden light. That's it, lovely. Surrounding it, you can wash your hair in it if you like. Brilliant. Well done. All the way down through the brighter lights, the darker lights, the brighter lights, the darker lights. Oh, it could also be a job. Um, it can literally just be anything that you're wanting to let go of, just to make room, to make space. Through all the stars of the universe, all the way down, 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 down past the planets, through the Earth's atmosphere, all the way down through the sky, through the clouds, all the way down, back down through the roof, back down into your body. And now just bring your attention back down to your heart space, allowing yourself to feel different. From your heart space, you're going to breathe all the way down to the soles of your feet. Reconnect with those tree roots, take them all the way down through all the different layers, all the way down to the crystalline core, and then breathe that earth energy all the way back up through the roots into your soles of your feet and into your body. Taking a nice deep breath. Wiggling your toes and your fingertips. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back round. And don't forget, in the process, if you want to write down any notes, anything that came up for you. Now, yawning is good. It means we're clearing. I was in a theta healing last week and literally yawned so much my eyes were streaming. I was like, oh my goodness, I've not yawned that much in ages. Okay. So anything that you want to share as well, just pop it in the chat. That's absolutely fine. Anything that came up for you after being so bang on time last week, I'm going to be running slightly over just to let you know. Because we still have to open up to 2026 yet. We've just released 2025 and those three big weighty things and a few other things on top of that. So well done for that. Okay. So now that you've got all your information down, we haven't disconnected yet, not fully, because we are now going to think about what was really good about 2025, what felt good about 2025. So I want you to just pick one thing that felt really good about 2025 that you achieved. And I want you to really, really focus on it. Okay. So mine is the birth of my son, the actual birthing of him rather than being pregnant. I hated that. But the actual birth, that moment when all pain just disappeared because I thought about my daughter, that was like a magical moment for me. And quite ethical. So that would be something that I would tune into and take with me in 2026. Moments of magic like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to ask you to, or invite you to close your eyes again and go back inward. And if it helps, take your eyes to your nose and then lift up slightly into your third eye, and then take your attention down into your heart space. And I want you to think about that one thing that you're really proud of, that was brilliant for you. And I want you to bring it into your heart space, okay? Bring it in, lock it in. And once it's in your heart space, I want you to breathe it so it feels bigger, so that it expands, so you're making it even bigger. With every single deep breath that you take, it just gets bigger and bigger, and you can start to feel the energy swirl in your chest. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you feel the energy surrounding you. So not only is it pumping through your heart space, through your body, you can actually feel it around you as a circle of energy, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it fills the room that you're in. Just breathe it to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when you really start to feel elated because it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger, at that point, I want you to literally hold your index finger and your thumb together, whilst you just enjoy that moment of that joy, how proud you were, whatever that moment was, whatever positive feeling it gave you, even if it's just, oh, I accomplished that, I did it, whatever it is, make it even bigger so it's bigger than you. And then place your index finger and your thumb together, knowing that by doing that, every single time you press that finger and that thumb together, you're going to remember this feeling. We make it as strong as possible. Okay. And with that feeling, we want to take that into 2026. So, with that feeling, you're already in your ball of light from that feeling. And we're going to go all the way back up through the ceiling, through the roof, through the sky, through the Earth's atmosphere. Just keep going higher and higher past all the planets, through all the stars. Just keep going higher and higher, faster and faster, all the way up, 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 through the brighter lights, the darker lights, the brighter lights, the golden layer of light, the rainbow jelly-like substance, higher and higher, faster and faster, the pink mist through the door and into the bright white iridescent light. Breathe in that bright white light. And now I want you to see yourself looking down into a little pool, like a font, a little pool. And as you look down through that pool, you see your life, but you see that one thing that you want to manifest, that you want to bring into 2026. You are seeing it now in that pool of water. You can see it, it's crystal clear. You know where you are, you know who you're with, you know what it feels like. It's already done, it's a done deal. So not only does it feel good, but it's a done deal. It's already done for you. It's a guarantee. And just breathe that in as you're watching it in that pool. Breathe it in, but also breathe the good energy that you took it with you into it, to bring it to life, to know that it's yours. It's already yours. It's a done deal. There we go. Good. And when it feels like it's absolutely all of you, part of you, you feel good, it looks good, it's already a done deal. You've already taught yourselves how to accept it, how to welcome it in. Your nervous system now knows how to know that it's true. It's got room for that. It can handle that. It can cope with that. It's a done deal. I want you to just say thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Brilliant. And now in that energy, you're going to come down through the bright white light, through the gate or the door, through the pink mist, through the rainbow jelly-like substance, all the way down. Down through the golden light, down through the brighter lights, the darker lights, the brighter lights, the darker lights, all the way down through the stars, past the planets, through the Earth's atmosphere, down through the sky, through the clouds, back down through the roof, down through the roof, through the ceiling, into the body. And now I want you to take that bright white light energy down through your body, through the soles of your feet, and push it down into the ground, knowing that that healing white light is coming from you and you are healing Mother Earth before you then go back to your tree roots, growing out the soles of your feet. Take it down, down, down to the crystalline core, and then breathe that earth energy back up, all the way out through all the different layers. This beautiful red earth energy into the soles of your feet, over your toes, and into your body, feeling completely present, grounded, and anchored within the body. And now I just want you to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take a nice deep breath in, and then whenever you're ready, come back round. And when you open your eyes, I just want you to do your energy disconnect. So we start with one hand facing us and the palm out, and then the back of one hand with the palm facing out again. And then we just alternate that front hand to just disconnect. Well done. And then we zip our chakras up. So take your hands to your knees and then draw the energy all the way up over your head. You need to do that again. So zip them all up. Some of you enjoyed the white light too much. I know. There we go. There we go. Whew, well done. So now you know what it feels like to have what it is you desire in 2026 because you've just programmed your cells to accept it, to receive it, okay? Because you made room for it by letting go of 2025. Okay. Now, like I said, you can do this whenever you want. So, if at the end of January, which isn't really that far away, but if at the end of January you're just like, oh, I haven't got what I wanted this month, do this again. Okay. Do it again until you've absolutely taught your body what it feels like to get what it is that you want. And just learn to teach it and the done deal. It's a done deal. It's an absolute guarantee. It's a done deal. And that way it kind of closes it and accepts it. And it's done. There's no other option. It's a done deal. Okay. Now, I did say this last time and it still stands. If you want to burn what you're letting go of and then plant what or bury what you are bringing into 2026, by all means do. It's just a physical action and ritual that you can do that's helpful for you. And then obviously take this and that feeling and start to journal about what you want to receive in 2026. What does that actually look like? So if you had no limitations, if there were no caps, if there were no if buts and maybes, what is it that you want? What does that look like? So and then go past that. So for example, I'm going to use yours as an example, Debbie. If I wanted to sell a house, I would write as if it's done. That's the first step. What I need to focus on is me living in my next house, okay? Because that's the next step. That actually makes the goal of selling the house a done deal. It's already done. So where am I next? Okay. And that you can do with that with anything. So if, for example, you've got an interview for a job, you don't focus on the interview, you focus on the outcome. So you imagine yourself going to work there. So maybe it's a different route if it's in a different location, or maybe you visualize what your office would look like, or maybe you visualize making new friends with people on the office floor. Whatever that looks like, it might even be like making you pack up the next day for the next day, whatever it looks like. So you always go beyond what it is that you want, because that way it's a done deal. So it would be like if I wanted to move house, I would choose the house, I would buy a rug or some sort of furnishing that would fit specifically in that house but wouldn't suit my current house at all, because I'm already there then. And it was a really curious time this week. I and you will get wobbles, and it's so easy, and I do refer to them as little tests, but I wish I could phrase it into something else, where the universe will literally just throw something at you and it'll feel like it's literally just regurgitated all over you, and you'll be like, what? I've done all the things, and now you've just thrown it and you'll feel like you're going backwards, right? It's only to remind you that we work with laws. So remember, yes, that's what I'm trying to let go of, or that's what I've let go of. It's come back up, but that's okay. I know I want the opposite because the opposite is my dream. Okay. So I had that this week. It was huge and it floored me completely. I was like, no, I've ended that chapter. That's not okay. I'm not available for that anymore. And it's so easy to get caught up into the drama, but no, you go for what's next because we work with the law of opposites. Because if you're in a situation that you don't want, you know you want the opposite of it, okay? And the opposite of it is often what it is that we want to have, that desire, that manifestation. So bear that in mind. It's not a test. It's just there to remind you that what you want is the opposite of what you've got. And that's how the laws work. Or the law of opposites, that's how it works. So always remember to write what you want as in gratitude. So I am so happy and grateful now that I am so happy and grateful now that I live in a beautiful cottage by the sea in it's there, okay? And you can go into loads of detail. So the house that I'm in, I manifested, I found the card the other day. I put in there, I'm so happy and grateful now that Lola and I live in a brand new 2-bedroom, new build with 2 parking spaces, a downstairs toilet, and a secure garden for the dog. By the end of March 2024, we moved in April. We got the letters to say what plot I had been allocated in the March, right? So you write it in gratitude as if it's already happened because we move into the next bit, right? It's a done deal, so we move on to the next bit. And whether you put a date on it or not, some people can manifest without a date. I love a date. I just love the target of a date. And I can be really demanding. I'll be like, yeah, you can do that in 2 weeks, universe, can't you? Right. So it just feels a little bit more magical if it comes within a date or within a deadline, right? So I'm so happy and grateful now that write in your desire by the end of July 2026, or whenever it is that you want, that would be a good time that would work for you. And read that goal frequently. So I'm just about to start a 30-day challenge. I'm going to pop the link in the chat in a minute, but I will also be sending it out with the replay of this. It's 30 days of me in your pocket, basically, so that you can build momentum to make 2026 the year that you want it to be, okay? And that is coming off the back of me working with Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher, who have got Thinking into Results. It's a huge coaching program, and it is literally using the energetics, so the laws, the spiritual work, alongside the very practical work of, turning businesses around, corporations around, or just going for the goal that you want that's personal. And all of that is going to be filtering through all of my coaching and theta healing work throughout the whole of 2026, because it's really powerful stuff. And it's absolutely how I got this house. And it's also how I got my son. It's all the things. And they've been big things. We're not talking about little things. They've been pretty big things, and they've been really fast as well. So it's an absolute honor to be able to share that into my own practice as a coach and a healer, because it just works so well together. So that is for me to be in your pocket, if you like, for 30 days. It does start tomorrow, but you can join any time within the month, and it is £37. I'm going to be showing you the link. I'll be sharing the link with the email a little bit later. All you do is once you've checked out, it will then give you the link to click on and the password to let you in. And then every single day you will get either a written message from me, a video message from me, or an audio message from me. And they won't take any longer than 15 minutes, but it's a great way to just build momentum in 2026 to get what it is that you want, so that the world is working for you, because the universe has always got your back. We just don't always ask. And it's really important that we learn how to ask, because we are here to almost like uncover every single every single gift that God gave us. And that is a lifetime's worth of work, because the amount of programming that is literally, projected onto us on a daily basis. But it is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. And this work really does help you to see all of your gifts and how you can manifest a life utilizing them. Very excited to share that with you. So if you have any comments, or if there's anything else that you'd like to share with me, by all means, we've come to 5 o'clock now, by all means, feel free to do so. I will stop the recording now so that there's a little bit of privacy, just in case there's some personal stuff come up. Let me just